Good morning to all of our listeners following the St. Kitts Music Festival press conference throughout the world. And we welcome listeners to Von Radio, which is located in Nevis, and our radio partners located in St. Kitts, ZIZ, Sugar City Rock, Freedom FM, and Win FM. We also welcome those who are following us via the St. Kitts Music Festival social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube, and equally the Entertainment Buzz platforms on YouTube and Facebook as well. This is the second day and the second press conference for the St. Kitts Music Festival, the edition for 2022. Last night was our opening night, which we locally call Soca Night. But this year, as we have done in previous years, of course, we mix it up with other genres. From all reports so far, and from own eyewitness reports, the opening night was spectacular. We also started at the appointed time at 7 o'clock, and we had some wonderful homegrown talent being paraded on stage, including steel band music. We will continue tonight, Friday, and into Saturday when we conclude the 3-night series of concerts. My name is Val Henry from VH Communications, the marketing agency for the St. Kitts Music Festival. This is our 26th year, having started in 1996. On the calendar for tonight's concert, we will have Ashanti, Wale, Sean Paul, Maxi Priest, Shannon Muir, iMark, Highlight, and Du Jour. Saturday, we will have Beres Hammond, Keisha Cole, Rotimi, Jada Kingdom, Christopher Martin, Byron Messiah, Vinell Powell, and Popcorn. I want to now continue with a statement from the chairman of the St. Kitts Music Festival, Mr. Damien Hobson. Damien.
Hi, good morning, Val, and thank you. Good morning, everyone. Wow, what a night last night. I hope you all had a great time at the Kim Collins Athletic Stadium. I'm still awaiting final numbers, but it is estimated that between 4,000 to 5,000 persons were in attendance. I want to say a special thank you to all our vendors and service providers for a job well done. However, the main reason for my attendance here this morning is to provide an update on one of the artists who was supposed to perform this evening. I speak of Anthony B. Unfortunately, due to a pressing personal issue, Anthony B. was unable to travel to St. Kitts to perform this evening. We do apologize to his many fans, and we look forward to having him at a future festival. Again, the gates open this evening at 6 p.m., and the show begins promptly at 7 p.m. Tickets can be purchased at Flow, St. Kitts and Nevis, Valiamat, St. Kitts and Nevis, the Cable, and the Ministry of Tourism. And of course, you can still purchase your tickets online at www.stkittsmusicfestival.com. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Just to reiterate, because I looked at the flow of traffic last night, I saw people heading to the Kim Collins Athletic Stadium as early as 5:30. They were the wise ones. Because when I went back at about 7:30, I was stuck in traffic by the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank for 45 minutes. And we urge you to go earlier than I did if you want to avoid the congestion in terms of traffic. I want to commend the police officers who were working the traffic beat last night. I think they did a commendable job in trying to facilitate all of the patrons trying to head to the stadium. It was not an easy job, but they did a commendable job. I also want to commend the public and the fans who cooperated as they did with the police as well. We do appreciate that. One area where we didn't have the type of cooperation that we had begged for, pleaded for, had to do with the smoking in the inner field. There were a number of persons who had to seek medical attention last night, and there were others who had to leave the venue. This is a democratic country, and it is a modern country, and we appreciate and respect the rights of everyone. but I think we all have the right to live. And again, we are making an appeal to those who think it is vogue to smoke, whether it is cigarette or marijuana, in the thickness of the crowd, and who are really not concerned about the medical affairs of others. I'll tell you frankly, it is wrong. I hope that we do not have any serious issues emanating from such non-cooperation. But as a human being, I again appeal to all of you to please cooperate and try not to be smoking in the thickness of the crowd, because it affects people's health. With that said, I want to take the opportunity to allow those who have joined me here at the head table to introduce themselves, and to use the opportunity also to allow my chairman, Mr. Hobson, to head to 3 other urgent meetings that he has to deal with. So we'll begin on my far left, and then we'll make our way up the corridor. Introduce yourself.
Sorry. I'm Paul Castig, and I'm with Maxi Priest Group. If Sean says that, and you believe him, then what you should be asking is, how comes I'm not his drummer?
You blaze your part, brother. You blaze your part. Yeah. So I'm for 15 on the schedule.
All right, so I'm going to hold you to that.
Hey, I'm Wes Lawrence, so representing Wale. We're just happy to be here. Looking forward to this event. It's first time on the island. We're enjoying ourselves. Looking forward to the performances tonight. Yes, so we're waiting to see the man of the hour, right?
Yeah. Yes. I'm Sean Paul, and I come to play the music loud and proud for the crowd. You know what I mean? Big up St. Kitts every time. I've had fun here before. Great times, actually. And looking forward to blazing the crowd with some hits and some new material as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, the festival vibe now, bro. I think everybody just enjoyed themselves too much last night. So that was probably the health risk, you know what I mean? Big up everybody out there who just came to have fun though. And yeah, I'm here to do the same. Enough love to St. Kitts. Salute.
Yeah, man. Blessed love. My name is Dejo, representing the Small Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Make sure you come on out tonight, you know what I mean? It's beer vibes. Love, you know?
Morning, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Imark from St. Kitts, you know what I mean? Way countryside. Just come to bless everybody with my talent tonight, you know what I mean? Top dog of the place, full effect. Yeah, just come out, enjoy yourself, you know what I mean? Keep it clean, peaceful, yeah.
All right, we're going to be giving you the opportunity to the media, that is, to ask any questions that you have. The protocol remains the same, that you identify yourself and your media organization. You go straight to the mic. You can queue, which is the preferred method, so that we can know who is next. And we try to go as smoothly as possible.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
I am Laura Dowridge Phillips from Loop News in Trinidad. This one is for Sean Paul. You know, there's been a lot of discussion about dancehall music internationally.
Yes.
But in the Caribbean, there has been an explosion of dancehall music across the islands. People are doing their own version of dancehall music. What do you think of what's happening in the Caribbean, and what advice you would give to those, you know, upcoming dancehall artists who are just trying to make their mark in the Caribbean?
I love it. Trinidad music to the world, you know what I mean? I think that when our music is breaking to that from a smaller genre or a more underground genre to become the international power, other territories start doing it. We start with hip hop, were developed in the Bronx, and then it moved to different states, and then it moved to outside of that country. Same thing happening with dancehall music, and I'm proud of that. I would love for the artists to collaborate as well and come to Jamaica, even for the production. I've seen other people do it. Certain reggae bands and people like Gentleman from Germany come to Jamaica to do some work, certain different producers actually. So that's the next step for me, that we collaborate like that. You keep in mind that this music is about telling people where you're from. So to the society, sometimes if you don't like what the kids are saying, it's a mirror. I have to look upon myself. I'm not saying everybody is guilty of these things that you don't like to hear, but let's do something about it instead of just condemning these kids' artwork. You know what I mean? Big up to everybody who love dancehall worldwide. I mean, it's a thing. As you said last night, you usually call it soca night, but you infiltrate with a couple Jamaican artists and thing. I heard the set Massacre gave was great. So, as I was saying, big up dancehall and big up everybody who loves it and love to do it. And thank you for the question. Great question.
Good morning, all. Glenn Bart, SKN Newsline. I would like, this is an open question to any of the artists, for you all to comment on what are some of the key challenges that face Caribbean artists who want to make it internationally, who want to make their name internationally, and to comment as to how perhaps some of those challenges could be overcome. Thank you.
Anybody?
Anyone can take it.
Yo, I can.
I think it starts with like collaborations with other international artists. I think that's a big step in the, big collaborations or small collaborations. It starts everywhere. So I think that's one of the things that they can work on, they can do in that aspect of it.
Anyone else? Okay, go ahead, Ann.
I am Sweet Sister Sensi of Freedom FM, and I had to follow up with what the gentleman just mentioned about making it internationally. Everyone who knows me here knows that I'm passionate about my homegrown music. And what I've noticed from a lot of the past music festival is a lot of the international medias would put down their cameras, put down their microphones, put down their books when most of our local international artists are on stage, because they're more looking to grab the internationally well-known, already set their name artists and forget about our home, you understand? And when, to me personally, I think that everybody should be treated the same way as you would treat any international artist, because we have so much homegrown talent that is so talented, but they don't get recognized by the media. And I think that the right medias, especially internationally, who helps to big up a lot of the big international artists, can actually help to big up our very own homegrown international artists and the smaller ones, to give them that edge, because they won't be able to notice their talents if the right people are not pushing their talents. So I think it has a lot to do with media helping the artists them to reach the places that they want to reach. So when you see 7 o'clock kicks in tonight, I think from then all international artists that's here for the music festival should be ready with their cameras, their mics, their interviews, to interview everybody and not just target one set of people, because at the end of the day it's about pushing everybody, right? And the next thing I also want to mention with the sound, I've noticed that a lot of times, I'm a DJ and you know how I feel about my music and my passion. I find that a lot of time when DJs are on, or even the hosts, we don't get that energy on stage as they would do for an artist or international artists or people performing. They need to also understand hosts are just as important on stage as everybody who is on stage. And I just think that we need to get the same love all around. That's all I have to say.
Salute, salute.
I love your sense here.
Salute.
All right, any other media questions? Remember, please queue, it goes smoother that way and you occupy more time.
Good morning, Andre Huey, SK Newsline. Question for Sean Paul, similar to a question I was asked earlier about the new sound of the music. In Jamaica, dancehall in particular has adopted a new sound, trap dancehall as it's called internationally. There are a lot of your contemporaries who seem to have a problem with it. They feel like it's not authentic dancehall. What are your views on that? Do you think that trap dancehall has a place in the dancehall culture from your standpoint?
Good question. Thank you, bro. Yeah, that's a what can I say? A frequently brought up question, and valid too. You know, I mean, a lot of the elders think that, or established artists think that, what's not broken, don't fix it. But at the same time, music is about blending and, you know, evolving, growing, and so it has to go to a different place. So as I said before in the other question, I was saying don't condemn the youths. This is what is the style of production right now, and for me, everything goes around in circles, you know. Bob Marley, the great one from our genre and our culture, was said to love Curtis Mayfield music, and it influenced the way he made music as well. So these kids are emulating something from abroad, and it's permanent. You know, it's coming into our music. It might not be what certain established listeners or producers or artists are used to, but at the same time, we can't fight the youth. The youth is the future, so you have to kind of lead them. So my thing is to be working with them. You know, my last album was called Live and Living, and I worked with a host of younger artists from Governor to Skillibeng, Intense, and Massacre, and all these cats which are getting a big, what can I say, listenership right now. So that's the way I can deal with it. You know, I don't think that I can tell people what they are doing is wrong. When dancehall music started itself, elders in the reggae community or established artists in the reggae community was giving us that slackness music as well, you know. And I think people evolve. One thing with me in the topics right now, it's a bit violent, and so I'm encouraging youths to not only speak of that thing that they see, but also other things in life. Because even though you might grow up in a harsh environment, there's still times where you see certain things that's more normal to an international community. And you can sing about those things and actually get an international hit. It's called being smart, you know. Be smart about the music and express yourself as well, but not only the same topic. That's what I would say to them. You know, use the sound, but have your own vibe about it. Yeah.
Good morning to everyone. Shani Carvey from ZIZ Broadcasting. These questions can be answered by anyone at the head table. Which songs are you guys most excited to perform tonight? And do you guys have any new projects you guys would want to talk about? Thank you.
Let's start with Joe on that one, and then we go to IMAC.
Let's see. I'm looking forward to perform all of my songs, actually. So just make sure you're there from beginning to the end, you know what I mean? And that's it, basically. I just want to do my thing, my passion, you know what I mean? I want to express myself to the crowd, and I just hope that they receive it in a way that's pleasing, you know?
What's a song by name that you think some of your fans would be looking forward to see you perform?
Red Wine, definitely.
Okay.
Red Wine.
IMAC?
What you say? Yes, please.
What song you are looking forward to perform tonight? Knowing the vibes that you get from your audience, and what song you think your audience would be expecting you to perform?
As Digio said, the whole set, audience will be looking out for various hits. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them stack up. So just come out tonight and you can see what's going on.
I'm going to take the cue from what Sister Cynthia said in terms of spotlighting the homegrown talent that we have. I don't like to call them local artists. What constitutes a local artist? So, Sean Paul, you're a local artist then from where you live. And everybody's a local artist from where they live. So, yeah. You're an artist. But in terms of you, for those who do not know you very well, including the visiting media, what can you tell them about your music and some of the hits you've had?
Over the years, 10 years, 11 years, I in it, so it been a tough fight, you know what I mean? But come up with a couple hits like Top Dog, Jealousy, No Rate Them. But being a local artist, like being from St. Kitts and doing it on the stage is to let the international acts and people who flying from abroad, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a joy to let them see with talent. It's only called local because we are from here, but it's international really. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Just so that you know, I'm waiting for the Top Dog, yeah? So just so that you know.
Yeah, man.
Hi, good morning. Dion Batiste Clark, Luke Caribbean. I have two questions. One for Dujo, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, and Ima from St. Kitts, and then the other one for Sean Paul and the gentleman that represented Wale and Maxi Priest. So I'll start with the local artists. Can you share with us what you think is needed? Like, what support do you think you need to take your career to the next level? So that's for you guys. And my next question is for Sean Paul and the other two gentlemen. What do you think is the secret to longevity in this industry? We have some artists that I guess we call them sometimes one-hit wonders. They come out with a really nice song, it bang, everybody loves it, but then time passes and we're not seeing them, we're not hearing them, and we can't get any new music. So what do you think are some of the keys to success to a long and, I guess, healthy and thriving career?
Okay. You guys want to answer the first one first? You're smart, you know, you give it two questions in one. Yo, she bad.
I'd say marketing. And we need to be at the tables with the right people, you know, to speak the necessary business in order to make things happen. So for me, it's marketing.
Yeah, and for me, it's like more support from, as he said, and at the bigger heads, at the bigger table, more support. Because for me, where I come from, like nobody teach me about music, how to do nothing. You know what I mean? I bring youngsters, little youngsters, show them how to produce music, and right now we're doing our own thing, see me, and the music festival right now. So that's how far we came. So it's just support. You know what I mean? Once we got that support, yeah, and they embrace us, yeah, we could do it. Because we're young, talented, we look good. Yeah. So no really could stop us. Only we self could stop ourselves, you know what I mean? So yeah, we're just pushing on. Yeah. Sean Paul, yo.
The good thing, before we go to Sean, the good thing, especially for members of the media who may not be too familiar with some of these acts, highlight iMark, Dijon. You can prove it for yourself tonight. When they announce them tonight, you'll see the crowd reaction. And they're loved, tremendously so. They're still not married, but they're loved. So, just in case there were any opportunities being sought. But seriously though, I think Dijon hit part of it on the head, and so did iMark. Not only the marketing, but also the management. And if I were one of the artists, I would pull somebody like Sean Paul aside before he leaves and say, hey, listen, I have a problem in terms of marketing. How do I set up myself in terms of publishing, establishing myself? And that 5-minute conversation perhaps could cover a lot of ground that could be guided, that could guide your thing. But before Arrow, the soca king of the world, died, I had a conversation with him in Montserrat, and he told me when I was with the New Vice Band at the time as their marketing and booking agent, tell the guys, learn the business before they perform the business. So that's the advice. Sean?
Yeah, thanks for the question. So I think there's many different factors that can lead an artist to have a long career or established career and not be just a one-hit wonder. First, you're the product. You have to be in the studio constantly. For every one song that you might hear me do, there's about 20 or 30 out there that I tried with that maybe the crowd never like and push to the side and forget about quickly. So first is your work and your work ethic. Secondly, I think there's different members to your team that can be assets to you without you having to do those things. A lot of artists nowadays try to be the everything. And I said it in an interview recently, and I see somebody answer me back, but you know, I can't trust nobody. And it's something you have to kind of let go. To get in a taxi, to drive to a destination that you want to go, you have to trust the taxi driver, don't? So if you trust in a taxi driver, you must can find somebody that can drive your career. And if you don't, there's growing pains, you move on. But that's a big part of it also, your team around you. Talking booking agent, publicist, management, sound people, all of that helps an artist to propel beyond what he can do his own self, I believe. Thirdly, sometimes it's by chance, and you have to be ready for the opportunity. You have to just be ready for that opportunity. If you believe in yourself, you have that work building up and putting down. When you get the opportunity or the chance, as you know, enough people say, you have the one chance, you better don't blow it. I would say that you have many opportunities, you just have to see that. And then once you garner respect from your fans and listenership, it's to kind of be smart. You have to look at the crowd, follow trends, but also be yourself. That's how I have kind of managed to do what I do. And yeah, big up to every artist, because we help to change the world. So do it from your heart, man.
Thank you very much. I now allow the latest guest to join us to introduce herself.
Good morning. I apologize for my tardiness. Apparently, I'm the only person who had to wear makeup. But my name is Shaniel Muir. I'm a Jamaican dancehall reggae artist, and here for the St. Kitts Music Festival. I'm very excited to be a part of this talented, amazing experience.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Simone Mills, and I have a question for our local artists. So I'm Mark and DeJour. What are some of the visions when you think about using St. Kitts Music Festival as a platform that you have for local artists like yourself in the Federation? Yeah, so my question is, what are some of the visions that you have for local artists like yourself in the Federation?
Personally, we want to be collaborating with the world, you know what I mean? Put St. Kitts and Nevis on the map. That's it basically. Just spread the love, spread the music, spread our name, share the culture, share everything basically, the beautiful people, the food, everything, you know? So when you finish listening to our music, you would want to be here, come to St. Kitts and Nevis, visit and experience what we're talking about, how we speak, how we live, stuff like that, you know?
As DJ said just now, yeah, that's what we want, people to come see what really going on, you know what I mean? Right now we got Sean Paul over there, we got Chanel Muir, you know what I mean? I grew up listening to Sean Paul, you know what I mean? So it's a real blessing to be here, and Sean Paul over there, yeah. I even got melodies in some of my songs them what I learned from the man over there. So yeah, it's a blessing to be a music fest, and I always do this. I think this is what 5th music fest I am. I always try to be here to show the other ghetto youths them behind me. Yeah, this is where we gotta be, right up there. Let everybody see you. Don't be afraid. Yeah.
If you have just joined us from wherever in the world, we just want you to know that this is the press conference for Day 2 of the St. Kitts Music Festival, being brought to you from the St. Kitts Marriott in Frigate Bay, St. Kitts. The St. Kitts Music Festival is in its 26th year, and tonight we have performing Wale, Ashanti, Sean Paul, Maxi Priest, Chanel Muir, Ike, Mark, Highlight, DeJour, and we start at 7 o'clock. And as they did last night, they were very much on time, so we urge you to be very much on time this evening. And I want to take the opportunity now to allow another artist who equally would now make Ms. Muir's statement invalid, and allow her to introduce herself.
Hi everybody, how are you? I apologize for my lateness. I was actually ready. I was sitting on my bed, but I was waiting for Miss Lexi, my favorite person, but she has a million things to do. So, yeah, I was ready. I promise I was on time this time. So happy to be here. Thank you guys for having me. I'm excited for tonight. Hey. Oh, yeah, I'm Ashanti.
All right, great.
Okay, it's me again, Sweet Sister Sensi of Freedom FM, and let me just big up my homegrown artists again because I know they're not going to fail me tonight, and I know they're going to all put on an awesome performance. So I'm asking you guys again to be there early and make sure I get some recordings. But I had to get back up when I saw my girl Chanel, because I'm going to be honest with you, I've been in the industry. I'm a DJ, radio host, and I've been in it for a very long time. And I am, into dancehall music a lot, and I love you. Let me just say that. I'm a fan, and when they asked me who you want to see for music festival, this was before the whole arrangement. I said first and foremost, Chanel. When I heard them announce it, right, I nearly backflip, and I can't do it, but I nearly backflip. But what I want to say to you, I've watched you grow and glow. You have been doing your thing silently, easing up. And when all the other females, because it's dominated by men, right? So I just feel proud when I see women doing these things. And when I saw you just ease out and just take the stage, and it's like you're basically taking over. Whereas other females are having rivalry, arguing back and forth, and you was just in there, just silent, just doing your thing. I wasn't paying any of it any mind, whereas you just was building your fan base, right? And just doing you. What would you say to other females who's out there listening, watching, who wants to do this? What are some of the right steps? Because personally to me, you took some of the right steps, which are steps that I take, because sometimes when I'm being bashed, I ignore the noise and I just move forward and I just think about my fans. And I saw that's what you've been doing, and you've reached to a level now. You're on St. Kitts Music Festival. Hey, by the way, whoever do the stage, big them up. It's beautiful. I just said that part here. But you're on St. Kitts Music Festival, one of the biggest in the, I will say the world, I wouldn't even just say the Caribbean, right? And you're here today. So what are some of the things you would tell other females who wants to come into the industry and do some of what you're doing? What's some of the best advice you could give to them?
Okay, so thank you so much for your question. And my biggest advice to anyone, not just females in specific, is to always be yourself and believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will believe in you. And you have to put yourself, am I too close? Okay, you have to put yourself first in all things, but you also have to be selfless. There are so many factors that create this forwardness for yourself when you're going into whatever dream you're working on. And for me personally, everyone that has to come into this industry, which is the music industry, they always have something unique about them. And you have to know your strengths and you have to know your weaknesses so you can know how to manage both. So I don't watch anybody's business. I tend to mind that pays me. So that's one of the things. So you just have to be you and stick to your grounds and stay in your lane, because that's exactly where you need to be. And don't watch the crowd, because there's always going to be negative. There's always going to be positive. You just focus on what makes you who you are and builds you up. That's my advice.
Chanel, I'm going to out her. Sister Cynthia, who is a very modest type of person, is perhaps the most influential woman in this country.
I'm sorry?
She's perhaps the most influential woman in this country.
Who?
Sister Cynthia, the person who asked you the question.
The person that asked me the question?
That's
okay.
right. Stand up, sister.
Oh, thank you.
All right. This lady works on a radio station called Freedom FM. Junior, I'm going to send the bill for that PI work. She not only pushes all the music, no matter where it's from, she speaks passionately about artists, no matter where they are, but especially female artists, and you in particular. She came here especially this morning to make sure that she says something to her girl, you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
She has been pushing and talking about the festival on radio and pushing and talking about you. So there's much love coming from Sister Cynthia. Give her a round of applause.
Thank you. I truly appreciate that. Thank you.
Hi, Laura from Loop News again. This is for Ashanti. Ashanti, welcome back to the Caribbean. You seem to have a very special relationship with us in the Caribbean. You are actually an honorary Trinidadian, in case nobody told you.
Yes.
So I just want to know, what is it about this region you love so much? And I'm going to put you on the spot. What's your favorite place in the Caribbean to be?
Oh my gosh, why did you have to put me on the spot?
It is spelled ST dot.
I absolutely love the Caribbean. It's so funny, I asked my parents, I said, are you guys sure? Like, I'm not Jamaican or Trinidadian or, you know, are you guys sure? Or Kittitian? I just have such a love and a passion for the culture, the music, the food, just the love, the celebration. I had one of the best times of my life in Trinidad for Carnival. That was my first time. I went with Marshall. And it changed just my whole perspective, just the love of music and how it's celebrated. Again, the costumes, the food. You know, America's cool, but I just love it over here. My favorite, that's tough. Why would you do that to me? I love every place. Jamaica. I was supposed to be in Jamaica. I literally went for one show with Shaggy. I was supposed to be there for 2 days. I ended up staying for 2 weeks. Everybody at the airport was like, oh, she's not coming again. She's not coming again. And the same thing happened in Trinidad. You know, I was supposed to stay there for 2 days. When they said it was so long, like 2 weeks for Carnival, I was like, oh, no way. I'm going to leave in like 3 days. I was there for 2 weeks. So I love it. I respect the culture so much. I'm so honored to be here. You know, just coming from the States, it's a different love out here. You know, I feel like the Caribbean celebrates you differently. You know, it's a different passion. And I truly, truly appreciate it. So thank you guys for having me.
Not done with you. I'm not going to let loop it away. So just imagine, this is make-believe, that you've been here for 2 weeks, just like you were somewhere else for 2 weeks. And you woke up the final day and you said, oh boy, I just love St. Kitts.
Well, okay, so here's what's fair. Now I have to stay for 2 weeks. I can't just judge it off 1 to 2 days, right? I gotta stay for 2 weeks, and that's a fair comparison.
I'll turn off my mic, shut my mouth. We have any other questions? All right. You sure we don't have any other questions? Because there's a marshal at the gate. Because this is a press conference. And so
yes.
I have 20 more minutes to go.
Yeah, good morning. Ralston Rankin from Sugar City FM. My question is directed towards the committee, that would be you, Val. Yesterday you spoke on the smoking at the grounds. We kind of see some of that last night, and also the dust. There was a lot of dust. So I want to know what the committee has in place to deal with that, and also. Does the committee have anything in place in terms of artists using indecent language, preferably the F-bombs? Because we know we had problems with that past couple of years, so just want to know if anything is in place, like a penalty, or has things changed towards that? Thank you.
My morning was going so good, you know. I was having a great morning, you know. Well, who sent you?
Who sent you?
All right, thank you, Rankin. In terms of the first question, I'm sorry that you asked me that because you're going to just make me passionate again. So forgive me. Not too long ago, a little girl died at that same venue. It was not what it was. It was just an open bush pasture, but it was cleared for a concert. She died because the ambulance couldn't get out of there in time. She was asthmatic. And the congestion of the traffic prevented the smooth flow of the emergency vehicle, and she died. I made a personal vow in 2000 when we were hosting Cairo Festa, and I was in charge of the super concerts, that we're going to come up with a good traffic plan for the area, which is still being used today, 22 years after. And my one mission was to make sure that nobody else's child died at that venue because of smoke. So I'm saying to all of you, baldhead and dread, wannabe and be, don't kill any more children. I'm not telling you not to smoke your cigars, your cigarette, and your ganja. That's your personal choice. What I'm telling you is that you could kill people. It is not trivial. And you might be in there celebrating and partying, and you blowing your smoke all over the place. and you hear sirens going down the road, and you continue, and then an hour after, you get a call, your daughter. Stop it. Go under a tree somewhere by the fence and smoke if you must smoke. And I'm asking and calling on the police authority and the security authority to do your job. Check everybody coming in. We prefer to stop the concert and save lives. Stop it. It is causing problems. And last night, as I said earlier, people had to leave the venue because of the smoke. Now to ranking. In terms of, you see, you made me passionate. And I teach my PR students never to ask double questions because one is always forgotten. Remind me of the second?
The second question was based on the F-bombs, basically. Yeah.
Okay, the freedom fighters, yes. Why you didn't tell me in advance you're going to ask that so I could ask the police to come? However, it is the policy that the F-bombs are to be used in the war zone only. And this is not a war zone. And the police reminded us a couple of weeks ago about it. So I'm advising that the F-bombs, as you categorize them, you try to avoid them. Do what DMX did one year when he was here. He started the sentence and then he allowed the audience to complete. It would have been tough locking up all of those people in the audience. So do that, okay? I was hoping that 50 Cent would have done the same thing when he also got arrested that year. So we arrested DMX, we arrested 50 Cent. I don't mind arresting Sean Paul and a couple more. It gave us a lot of publicity. I saw reports all over the world in all languages, even Swahili, when DMX got arrested. And I saw the same when 50 Cent got arrested. I still have memories of 50 Cent coming up after he came off the stage, and I looked at him and he waved to me and I waved back and I said, "The police waiting for you." Yo! I kid you not, and they were waiting for him as soon as he turned the corner. But listen, some have argued it is a mature audience, and that has validity. And some have argued that's why children should not be there. And some have argued that this is 2022. We need to modernize the situation. I may be in agreement with you, but I also respect the laws of the country. St. Kitts and Nevis, we're different to many other places where the liberalism in terms of profanity does not really exist. There are certain cultural things that we still preserve, and it's part of making us who we are. There's one day we would wake up, look in the mirror, and don't know who we are. So be creative in terms of the application of the fighter bombs that you'll be dropping. Keep in mind, this is not Ukraine. Next question?
I have a question, sir.
Yes.
You said that the smoker should go under a tree. You can show me where the tree is? Cause just lighting up the room is a joke, sorry.
You know, yesterday I thought I learned my lesson with Destra. So I came here this morning humbled. But I think you guys came prepared for me. That's all right. Yeah, my brother has a special one. Hold on there, don't let nobody hear. My brother has a special one. When you come off the stage, you just go right, go up in the corner, and there's one right up there. I'll show you the tree.
Just a joke still.
Okay, show you. Any other question? Okay, we have 2 more questions. Yes, so who'll take those?
Hi, Dion Batiste Clark from Luke Caribbean again. This question is for Ashanti. Do you have plans for any new soca collabs for Carnival next year? For Trinidad Carnival, that is?
Absolutely, yes. You know, Marsha Montano, that's my brother. Him and Shay. Oh, Thank you. Absolutely. You know, Marshall Montano, that's my brother. Him and Che, we've been talking back and forth. He came to my star ceremony. You know, we always link up whenever he's in the States. So we've been talking about new music and actually involving a couple of other artists as well. So I'm super, super excited about that.
So it's safe to say that we'll see you in Trinidad for Carnival next year again?
We're going to have a wine and party.
You know, one of the things I did after the press conference yesterday was a series of interviews in another room with Destra, and she told me that she loves cricket, and she watches CPL cricket and other cricket played in St. Kitts. And I said to her, well, you know, I manage the CPL matches in St. Kitts. And she said, wow, great. And I said, yes, so you should come here for cricket too. And she said, I love how you sell your country, you know. So let me hold again and loop it back to St. Kitts. You see that fella there named Dijon? He sing anything, including soca.
Okay.
A collab with Dijon would be fantastic.
All right, set it up.
I could imagine, we call our carnival, which is in December, January, Sugar Mass.
Sweet.
Okay?
Okay.
And I can imagine a collab with Ashanti. You hear that? Ashanti and Dijon. Dijon, you with me?
Yeah, man. Easy.
By the ranking, that was my Kiddishan F-bomb.
I'm glad that you did that because I actually got up to do that because I realized she promoting Trinidad Carnival. No problem. But hey, we here. We have IMAC right there on the end. This we got highlight. You know what I mean? Sean Paul, were you here? You see him saying earlier that he'd been representing you from young. He started listening to you. Will you make use of the time? Do a small collab with the artist. Chanel, were you guys here? A small collab with the artist. I think that will help to put us on the map. And I want my artists them up there, just like how we want you. You got you guys up there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I do collabs too, you know, and I want to go Trinidad Carnival too, so ready.
But Sensia, I could always play and forgive her because she's half Kiddishan, eh? So she got some sweetness in her too, eh? And she's here often, eh? More than she's in the other place down south, eh? I ain't even gonna call the name, eh? Because I'm gonna want some royalties for that. Okay? Okay, great. Now we're gonna go into our closing moments. I'm gonna ask each artist to take a second or two just to say anything that they want. But before they do that, I want to ask the rep from Wale and also Maxi Priest to just give the fans of your artists some assurances in terms of what they could expect from your artists.
All right, well, I've done this festival with Maxi, I think, about 4 times previously. One time with Tanya Stevens, one time with Kimani Marley. You know, the pandemic, the last 2 years, we all know the music business shut down. Nothing's been happening. Well, I can personally tell you that we've been preparing, rehearsing in Montego Bay for the past 2 months with Maxi. Maxi is very excited. I'm very excited, the whole team, to the point where even yesterday we were rehearsing in the hotel room with Maxi, changing up stuff, just putting together, just really want to come and make a stamp for the this festival. For me, there's not a lot of festivals that are still standing, you know, even in my hometown. Our Air Jamaica Jazz and Blues Festival is no more. Trinidad used to have the Trinidad and Tobago. I haven't heard about it in a long time. So the fact that St. Kitts is still around, it's a good look, and we love it, and we're well prepared, and tonight will be exciting, seriously.
Thank you.
Again, by this being our first time in St. Kitts, we're looking to bring some fire to the stage. You're going to see a lot of his classic U.S. hits, and see a lot of his classic international hits. And we got some surprises for you guys, so it's definitely going to be a good show today. We're looking forward to the people. We're looking forward to getting out and touching the crowd. So that's what you can look for while they coming to the stage tonight.
Yeah, man.
Now, thank you. Yeah, Mike. Now I outed my friend Sensei, I'm gonna out myself now. So, in preparing my role in marketing the festival, when I had the artist list, and I got the one for the artist you represent, I looked at it, okay, I said, okay, great. Something tells me, I said to myself, that this fella name ain't Whale. That this fella can't be Whale. So I keep it to my head. But I was afraid to ask my colleagues anything because I don't want to appear to be ignorant. So I said, no, he can't be Whale. So I said, give me the 3 top names on the list again. That was my trick way for them to say it. So when they say Wale, I say, okay, see? It is Wale. And since then, I've been researching his music. I love it, by the way. Okay, that was fun. I want to remind us a couple of things. One, I am so happy for the crowd last night. The folks heading in last night, all the guys were looking sharp. The ladies were looking, and there's a word, but it couldn't come out. And the patronizing of the bars, the linemen at the back, the photos that were taken, the love that was being shared. I mean, for me last night, and yes, somebody said it, the lighting was fantastic. So big up to Sound 2000 out of St. Martin, Churchy. They were fantastic. Yeah. I want to give kudos to our liaison officers, the entire team, but the liaison officers who take care of these artists here. I know they bend over backwards to make sure that they are well taken care of. And I was impressed. I was happy about last night, and I'm certainly eagerly looking forward to tonight. I remind you, it's Ashanti, Wale, Sean Paul, Maxi Priest, Chanel Muir, iMark, Highlight, and De Jour. And it's going to be another fantastic show. Show, that's an interesting word. S-H-O-W, show. Collaborations, show. De Jour, come here. The lab show. Show. De Jour, come here.
Collaborations.
Get up from there and come here. Show, collaboration. De Jour, get up your boomsy and come. Home here. Da, 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 da. I want you to cut share this for me. Sit down. Sit down. Pull up yourself.
Easy. Good morning. Good morning.
Hold on.
I'm going to sit in this chair because I'm her mother. So whatever business you do.
Mommy said, whatever business is going down, she's in.
I'm going to sit right there. Stay right there. Stay right here.
He's trying to wake it up, baby.
Stay right here. Stay right here. We have to have a referee now. Hey, Mark and Chanel, you get closer too. No, my job, I went talk in school, right? So you don't talk. Your job is to sing. You went sing in school. You talk, but you want people to work and collab with you. You say you're big time star and artist. Where that the mic?
I wonder if I should have called you. I wonder if I should have ring your phone and tell you any man get you, me jealous. So nobody does say we argue. So you figure tell me embrace you, baby. Then you try tell me crazy. Yeah. Still out. Easy.
Man called Sean Paul.
So me say, baby, me say, don't you worry your brain. Don't you stress, just listen, I'm saying. Serious, so looking at my face. I'm trying to take you back to my place. Slow wine, baby, just stick to my pace. Rock steady, girl, to the rhythm and pace. Come, baby, girl, we have no time for waste. Don't want run you down, don't want chase. That them no know good love, send kids. Them no know good love, girl. Them no know good love, send kids. Them no know good love, girl. Won't you light my fire?
Mad!
Chanel, maybe listening to your music and you got some fire in your hair.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right.
If your bed don't got no bed, baby girl, you asleep on table. And if you still a walk and beg, all a seat, cause your life unstable. Me no take chat from no boy. And we no take chat from no girl neither. We never get a box from no boy. And we bad for real, so no watch the media. Coming hype and bossy. I know for them.
Yeah, man.
Am I turn?
Yes, I.
Shani, can me get your number? You are the one me want be me lover, so come no beers, make me keep you cover. Cause every G need a real soldier, so independent to mother powder. Clean skin, Shani.
Listen, this temperature is too hot. Let's cool down. Ashante, cool us down, baby.
Cool
us
down a
down.
little bit. Baby, I don't know why you treating me so bad. Said you love me, no one but me, and I was all you had. You know my heart is beating for you, I can't stop crying. I don't know how I allow you to treat me this way, and still I stay, yeah.
Bam, 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 bam. Now, mommy?
I'll take 10% of everybody.
This is exactly why we say the St. Kitts Music Festival is an experience like no other. And that is why we urge everyone, those of you viewing, I don't care where you are, you could be on a rock in Australia, you must follow your heart to St. Kitts.
Salute.
Mommy, me and you have a job.
Yes.
We're going to tell the people, come close to me.
Okay.
No 10% in this one.
But I'll give you 5.
Hey, we have a deal.
Okay.
We have a deal. So tonight is the 24th of June, 2022, the St. Kitts Music Festival. You tell the people who we have appearing.
Okay, tonight, the 24th.
Yeah, yeah.
Ashanti, Wale, Sean Paul. I love him. Maxi
Wait,
Priest.
hold on.
Hold on. And I love Maxi Priest. He knows because we speak.
Then you don't love me?
Oh, no, I love you. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Saving the best for last.
Okay, good.
Okay. Anthony B. Chanel Muir. Is that how I pronounce it?
Muir.
Yeah, okay. I Mark, Highlight, and De Jour.
You hear she said that de jour? Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been day 2 of the St. Kitts Music Festival, and we thank you for coming. We look forward to you 7 o'clock at the Kim Collins Athletic Stadium for night 2 of the St. Kitts Music Festival. God bless.